Bueno, mis amigos, aquí estamos compartiendo en esta tarde, esperando aquí a Ivanka Trump, que llegará en unos minutos. Aquí estamos compartiendo con todos ustedes en vivo y en directo desde este anfiteatro aquí en el Bayfront Park, donde muchos han venido ya. Aquí estamos. Hoy estaremos haciendo un poquito más tarde el programa, así que me imagino que a eso de las 8, a las 9 estaremos conectándonos hoy. Tengo muchas noticias que compartir con todos ustedes. Un saludo para todos los que se van conectando en este día. Aquí están toda la gente que se está conectando ya. Saludos para todos ustedes. Miami. Estamos, miren qué hermosa la ciudad de Miami. Miren. Voy a ponerme aquí. ¿Cómo la están pasando? Un saludo para todos en este martes. Aquí estamos compartiendo, esperando a que llegue Ivanka Trump. Para todos los que están conectados por ahí, un abrazo grande. Hoy tengo un excelente programa. Sobre las 9 de la noche estaremos conectándonos porque tengo muchísimas cosas que hablar con todos ustedes. Así que compartan. Vamos a estar transmitiendo lo que está pasando acá. Para todos aquellos. Bueno, hay muchas cosas que hablar y que compartir con todos ustedes. Un saludo para Teodoro Rojo, que se encuentra por ahí desde Perú. Aquí estamos esperando a que llegue Ivanka Trump. Estuvimos hoy, una gran experiencia. Hoy estuvimos compartiendo en la caravana, ¿no? De Ivanka Trump, aquí en Miami. Tuvimos una escuela, donde vieran una reunión que tuvimos ahí con los niños también. Y nada, aquí estamos ahora, compartiendo. Ya en unos minutos más estará llegando aquí. Estamos desde Miami, Bayfront Park. Déjeme decirle que esto es una zona bien bonita, muy linda. Este anfiteatro está muy, pero muy interesante, muy bonito, muy bueno. Aquí están todas las personas que están llegando y que han llegado hoy. Un saludo para todos los que se van conectando ahí. Déjame ver quiénes son los que están por aquí, que están en este momento. No los veo ahí. Oye, si quieren comentar, pueden comentar conmigo ahí. Con el móvil. Saludo para Suani Pérez, que está por ahí. Sí, ahora mismo es. Puedes llegar. No sé si ya te dejarán entrar, pero yo creo que sí. No sé. Saludo para ti, saludo para Andy MC. Saludo para ti también. Ahí está llegando ya. Ahí está llegando. Ahí, como pueden ver en esos banners de atrás, está llegando en este momento. Ahí está llegando en este momento Ivanka Trump. Me viene vestida de blanco. Ahí compartan. Compartan. Ahí estamos. Ahora a ver quién entra por ahí. Leonel. Pueden ver. Así mismo es, Raúl, hasta Ivanka tiene más gente que... Oh, Raúl, hoy Best Class Insurance, mis amigos. Ahí está uno de los fundadores de Best Class Insurance, su papá, en paz descanse, Raúl Rivera. Ahí está mi gran amigo Raúl, un saludo para ti. Best Class Insurance, if you need any insurance agency, that is the auction. Oye, gran amigo mío, te queremos, Raúl. Ahí está. Trump 2020, Tania González, soy Alberto Piz, saludo Albert. Trump 2020, así mismo es Tania González, saludo, la agencia número 1 en el sur de la Florida. No se pongan celosas las otras agencias, pero bueno, en este momento está Tania y es la única agencia de travel que está aquí conectada, así que es la número 1 de agencia de viaje. Si usted quiere unos 15, pero sí es la número 1 en 15, eso sí. Si usted quiere preparar sus 15 para su niña, una tradición que ya se ha hecho muy popular aquí en el sur de la Florida, usted lo puede hacer a través de Tania Travel and Tours. Saludos para Ernesto, que estamos por ahí. Y para todos aquellos que se están conectando en este momento, saludos para todos en vivo y en directo. Aquí esperando a Ivanka Trump, que está llegando en unos minutos. A ver, la gente, yo le digo a ustedes, caballeros, mis amigos, no se me dejen llevar más por todos estos escritores de la izquierda, todos estos periodistas de la izquierda. Carlos Alberto Montaner, que ahora ha dado por hablar más de este país hasta cierto punto y hablar más de esta administración. Por favor, no me lean más a esa gente, lean libros que los hagan que los hagan crecer mentalmente, espiritualmente y por supuesto, ¿por qué no monetariamente, que tan importante es? Por favor, no se me dejen, no me lean más esa prensa izquierdosa, que lo que hace es confundir la mente de todos ustedes. Hoy voy a tener un buen programa, voy a compartir algunas noticias, voy a dar mi opinión. Así mismo es. Share, como dice Tania Travel, share. Compartan, 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 compartan la gente y háganse miembros de nuestro canal en YouTube también. So, Brian, you said the bank is open? The bank? No, importante salir a votar. You cannot forget to go to vote. Vote is very important. You know, it's one of the most important things that you can do in your life because it's your future. It's your future of the new generation, your children. So you need to vote. Vote, okay? Pero siguen saliendo las cosas de la lactó del hijo de Biden. Es increíble esa familia. Siguen saliendo las cosas de la lactó. Esa es una de las cosas que estaremos hablando hoy. Tania, comparte, comparte, Tania, para que la gente te vea, comparte. Dale, dale, comparte. Aquí estamos en Bayfront Park. Good location, good location. Very good location here. Oye. Oye, que no se les olvide tampoco hacerse miembro de nuestro canal de YouTube. A ver, que estamos llegando a 1000 ya. Yo pensaba haber llegado a 1000 ya en el día de mi cumpleaños, pero todavía. Saludo para Tania González. Mira, aquí está Tania. Mira, aquí estamos. Aquí no se les olvide votar. Gracias, Dariel, amigos presentes. Denle share a este magnífico evento. Gracias, Tania. Este es un evento íntimo. Estaremos hablando de las evidencias que están expuestas.
¡Hola, Miami! ¿Quién va a ser el presidente para los próximos 4 años? Donald Trump. Who's going to be with me 4 more years? 4 more years. 4 more years. Bueno, déjame decirte, Miami is Trump country, baby. We are not only going to win so many votes in Miami because of each one of you, but we are going to win the state of Florida.
Ya
We're
empezó.
going to win Pennsylvania. We're going to win Michigan. We're going to win Wisconsin. And we're going to send Joe Biden back to his basement. Bueno, estoy muy orgullosa de estar aquí en mi casa. Yo me crié en Miami. Yo me gradué de St.
Oye, nos han bloqueado en, ahí en Facebook. Pero lo pueden seguir viendo por YouTube.
Este día tan bello de poder compartir con ustedes, una de mis amigas que trabajé con ella en la Casa Blanca, es algo bien, bien especial. Y poder estar aquí con mi hermana y mis padres, Pepe y Marité. Y déjame decirte, mami y papi ya votaron. So, si mami y papi ya votaron, ustedes ya votaron.
Yeah.
Ok, hay que llevarse a su familia, a sus amigos a votar. Pero déjame decirte algo, Joe Biden está muy despacito. Poor, slow Joe. He's so slow that he'll make our economy super slow. He's so slow that he only listens to the socialists in his party. Y el presidente lo ha dicho muy claro, los Estados Unidos nunca va a ser un país socialista. Él va a defender nuestras libertades, va a defender a la policía, va a defender a nuestras comunidades, va a defender a las familias estadounidenses, va a defender a nuestros trabajadores y vamos a asegurar que podemos vivir el sueño americano bajo el liderazgo del presidente Trump. Yo soy hija de un prisionero político en Cuba que sirvió por 6 años en Cuba bajo el régimen castrista. Mi padre me enseñó desde muy pequeñita que teníamos que defender nuestras libertades, que esta democracia es muy frágil y que los Estados Unidos es el país más grande, más poderoso de todo el mundo. Y todos ustedes están luchando para la libertad de este país y parar a los socialistas que están atacando a nuestro país. Vamos a parar a Bernie Sanders. Vamos a parar a AOC. Vamos a parar a Kamala Harris. Porque al final del día Joe Biden es débil, es corrupto y él no puede ser el próximo presidente aquí de los Estados Unidos. So let's win this together. We've got 7 days. And let me tell you something. While Joe Biden is taking a nappy because he doesn't have any public events, this president is traveling across the country every single day to take his message of hope, his message of opportunity, his message for us to live our American dream, to fight for our freedoms. our religious freedoms, our freedom of our Second Amendment rights, and our freedom to defend the life of the unborn. And boy, does he have accomplishments. He's got so many accomplishments. He's built the strongest economy here in the United States. La economía más poderosa, más próspera aquí en los Estados Unidos. Y lo va a hacer otra vez. Y vamos a combatir este virus. No vamos a vivir con miedo. Aquí, como dice mi padre, tenemos que echar para adelante. Y vamos a echar para adelante juntos como americanos para que el presidente Trump gane el próximo martes. Who's with me? Pero ahora tengo una sorpresa bien especial antes que vamos a introducir a la increíble Ivanka Trump. Primero quiero hacer una introducción de una que trabajó con el presidente por mucho tiempo, Sarah Sanders. Thank you, Mercedes. I have to be honest. I don't know everything Mercy just said, but I 100% agree with all of it. Well, I was going to have Sarah salsa dance, but I don't know. What do you think? Later. So before Sarah runs for governor, we got to get this president elected. That's the most important thing. So Sarah, you know this president. You've worked with this president. What's your message?
There's nobody that loves this country more than Donald Trump. Every single day he gets attacked. They are relentless in beating him up. And you know why? Because he's standing in between them and you. If he gets taken down, they're coming for you next. This is a president who will never stop fighting for the America that we love. We live in the greatest country on the face of the planet. We shouldn't apologize for that. We should be proud of that. And we should fight like hell to make sure we protect it and preserve it and pass it on to the next generation. We are so excited and so honored.
USA! 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 USA!
We are so excited to be here with you tonight, in large part because we love Miami. From what I know, they have a lot of fun in Miami. But also because there has never been an election that is more important than the one in front of us. The choice could not be more clear. We can go down the path of safety and security and prosperity under President Donald Trump, or we can go down the path of radical left liberalism under Joe Biden and make our country look like a socialist country. And I know there are some people here that know what that looks like, and we never want to see that in America.
So, Sarah, you know, we like Dawn and we like Aaron, but we love
how committed she is to fighting for this country, no matter the personal cost, no matter what it takes. She keeps fighting right alongside her dad, making sure that every American has every opportunity available to them. But one of the things I love about Ivanka is she is also a mom. Between the three of us, we have 11 kids.
I have the most kids. Okay, I have 5.
Mercy has the most. So we know a little something about chaos as moms, but that's good chaos. If we want to see real and destructive chaos in our country, we'll let Joe Biden take over Washington and destroy the America we love. Ivanka Trump is fighting to stop that, and we are so proud to stand with her today and tonight.
So I just want to say there's two characteristics that remind me of the president, and Sarah has them too: strength and courage. La fuerza y el valor. And let me tell you something. Ivanka Trump has both of those characteristics. She is a strong woman. She is a courageous woman. She is someone who is fighting every day for the American worker and for the American families. She sacrifices a lot. to help this country be better every single day. So it is our honor to introduce Ivanka Trump.
Thank you, Mercy, and thank you, Sarah. Okay. Two remarkable women. 11 kids between the three of us. I just heard that. Did I hear that right? Extraordinary. And hello, Miami. I want to thank Los Tres del Habanas. How did I do, Mercy? For their incredible performance. I also want to thank who's here with. I love you too. Thank you. Thanks as well to Florida Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunez. Are you here, Jeanette? Where's Jeanette? Over. Pastor Mario Bramnick. Thank you, Pastor. Exactly 1 week from today, we're going to win Florida. And we are going to win 4 more years for the people's president, my father, Donald J. Trump.
So, mis amigos, ahí está Ivanka.
Early voting is happening now, so vote today. This crew I'm not worried about. Bring your family, bring your friends, everyone's got to vote. So before my father ran for office, to be honest, politics was really not my life, not even my thing. But like many of you, I was focused on my family and a busy working mom of 3 young kids. When I came to Washington, I quickly learned why the political establishment tried so hard to keep my father out of office. In the swamp, it's easy for politicians to survive if they silence their convictions and skip the hard fights. I was really quite shocked and appalled to see that people leave major challenges unsolved, primarily so they can blame the other side and campaign on the same issue in the next election. But Donald Trump did not come to Washington to win the praise of the Beltway elites. Donald Trump came to Washington for one reason and one reason alone: to make America great again.
Woo!
People fight the hardest for what they love the most. And my dad, he loves you, the people of this country, and he will never stop fighting for you, for your families, for your future, for this great country. And for your God-given freedoms. Everything we hold dear is at stake in this election. The Democrat Party is not the party they used to be. I look out at this audience, and I know, just like across the country, some of you were probably Democrats not too long ago. But you don't recognize what the party has become. Their platform lays out a plan to transform America into a socialist country. If you believe in liberty, democracy, safety, and opportunity, there is only one choice in this election: Donald J. Trump. Under President Trump, the Republican Party is the party of the American worker, the American family, and the American dream. So many families came to Miami and to the United States to escape communism and socialism. This evening, we're honored to be joined by 2 Cuban dissidents who have courageously spoken out against the oppression, poverty, and violence under communist regimes. Rosa Maria Haya and Maximo Alvarez. Would you please stand up and then come up and say a couple of words? Where are you, Rosa Maria and Max? Come on up. My mother as well grew up in a communist country, so I too know what's at stake, and these two have been such warriors for the cause. So it's great to have you both here with us.
Oh my God.
It's an honor to be here with you, Ivanka, and with all of you. My father, Oswaldo Paya, he said that the pursuit of liberty is inseparable for the pursuit of friendship from the United States of America and Cuba. Mm. He used to say, we want to be friends and we want to be free. He was killed 8 years ago by the Castro regime. The same regime that is now involved in criminal activities. The same regime that has infiltrated the hemisphere to spread chaos, division, hate, and instability for 60 years now. Cuba is in a deep humanitarian crisis. Families are suffering, and the dictators who broke my country, are now using violence against the people. And even so, Cubans express their discontent and will for change, even protesting in the streets despite the political repression. We thank President Trump for the support of this administration to the freedom of Cuba, for fighting dictatorships, for fighting the socialism that comes with the Castro Chavism in our hemisphere. Because communism is trying to corrupt our continent. So that I encourage the people and the government of the United States to continue standing with the Cuban people. Thank you. And to help us eradicate communism at the source, the island of Cuba, once and for all. Thank you.
Hello, Miami! Hello, South Florida. I'm going to make it very quickly, and I'm going to be very brief, and I promise there will be no tears today because we're going to celebrate 4 more years. And I'm going to make it very simple. This is the summary. Promises made, promises kept. That is so important. I am a refugee. I came to this country at a very young age. I am what all of us can be, what all of us strive to be with hard work, dedication. Because this is the only country that provides us the opportunity to experiment, to get, to triumph, to win, to see the American dream. And Donald Trump, our president, who's God sent, I say that again, will make sure that we keep the same right and the same freedom that we have enjoyed for so long. This is the most generous, the best country in the world. That's why everybody seems to be coming over here. And I assure you, as soon as we solve our local problems, because we need to solve America's problems first. We need to take care of what is happening in Seattle, in Chicago, and all those. We will take care of our neighbor countries, my country, your country, and everybody's country, because this is the only president that will stand in front of the world fighting for all of us. And by the way, I am totally convinced. I want to thank Ivanka and your brothers and your little sister and your entire family, because they're not doing this for themselves. They don't need that. President Trump could be playing golf right now. I know that. I know his golf courses, excellent golf courses. But he's doing this for my kids, for your grandkids, for all our grandkids. So we make sure that we need, if we haven't voted, we need to go vote immediately and try to make at least 10 friends with you. And we need to turn around and be grateful to the entire Trump family, Donald J. Trump,
Ese es un ejemplo.
because we need 4 more years. 4 more years.
Wow, they are amazing. Thank you both for your powerful testimony. Just extraordinary. Today, I bring a message from my father. America will never be a socialist country.
Woo!
America is, and America will always be, the land of the free. We hope, pray, and work towards the day when the people of Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua can seize their magnificent destiny.
Right.
During his first year in office, President Trump kept his word and canceled the one-sided Obama-Biden deal with the Castro regime. Our administration has also demanded the release of human rights activist Jose Daniel Ferrer.
Yeah.
So important. Recently, the president announced that the Treasury Department will prohibit U.S. travelers from staying in properties owned by the Cuban government.
Yes.
Our administration has imposed strict sanctions on the dictatorships of Nicaragua and Venezuela.
Yes.
And the United States was the first nation to recognize the legitimate leader of Venezuela, President Juan Guaido.
Yes.
The United States has also provided hundreds of millions of dollars in humanitarian aid to the people of Venezuela. Not long ago, I traveled to Colombia and I went to the border at Cucuta.
You look so happy.
And it is
Of course.
just devastating. We have to support the people. We have to support the Venezuelans. So sad. While the last administration negotiated a dangerous deal with Colombian drug cartels, President Trump's administration partnered with Colombian officials to seize or disrupt more than 200 metric tons of narcotics since this April alone. Right here at home, President Trump is protecting our cherished rights and defending our sacred Constitution.
Yes. Yes.
Yesterday was a historic day for our nation.
Yes. Woo!
America gained our newest member of the Supreme Court,
Yes.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Woo!
As long as my father is president, he will continue to appoint judges who faithfully uphold our liberties enshrined in the Bill of Rights, including the right to keep and bear arms, the right to free speech, and the right to religious liberty. Unlike politicians,
Amigo, ahorita nos vamos a conectar nuevamente en
he
el show,
keeps
¿ok?
it. In less than 4 years, President Trump has rebuilt the military, secured America's borders, defeated the ISIS caliphate, fostered peace in the Middle East,
Yes, yes.
delivered historic tax and regulatory cuts, and fixed our broken trade deals.
Woo!
He's brought jobs back to America and back to Florida.
This is America. Oh, America.
President Trump has done more for Florida in 47 months than Joe Biden has done in 47 years.
Yes. Sleepy Joe.
President Trump built the greatest economy in American history, and now he has launched the greatest American comeback. In the last 5 months, we have added a historic 11.4 million jobs. Through the Paycheck Protection Program, we have helped save 3.2 million jobs here in Florida. Just to give you a sense of the scale of this program, which saved America's small businesses, the Small Business Administration did in 2 weeks more loans than it had done in the 14 years prior, keeping our small businesses open and saving those jobs. To confront the virus, our president brought together the government and private sector to launch the largest industrial mobilization since World War II. President Trump made sure every governor had the supplies they needed, from military hospitals to PPE to ventilators.
Yes.
Thanks to America's medical genius, the mortality rate in this country has declined by 85% since April. 85%. The president's early and aggressive action to stop travel from China and Europe saved an estimated 2 million lives. 2 million lives. Through Operation Warp Speed, we are on track to deliver a safe and effective vaccine before the end of this year. We have built up supplies, testing, and treatments, and we are protecting the vulnerable while healthy Americans go back to work and back to school.
Yes. Comparta Rosy, saludo para Rosy,
Joe
saludo para
Biden
Tania.
said he would shut down our entire country. To what end? Endless lockdowns, folks, are not a strategy. President Trump will never surrender to this virus. He will defeat the virus, bring back your jobs, and end the pandemic once and for all.
Yes.
President Trump is advancing the American values of work and family. We secured the largest ever increase for child care funding, giving more than 800,000 low-income families great child care at a cost they can afford. As part of Republican tax cuts, in 2019 alone, our child tax credit put more than $2,000 into the hands and into the pockets of 40 million American families. Very proud of that. Democrat politicians recently had a plan. Their plan for child care, their plan for investing in America's next generation. And that plan was to increase the child tax credit. Yet when I was fighting less than 3 years ago at the president's direction to get Congress to double the child tax credit, not a single Democrat voted to pass the law. We got it done anyway. Now Joe Biden has pledged to raise taxes on working families by $4 trillion. We can't let it happen. In a second term, President Trump will cut taxes again, and he will create 10 million jobs
in 10 months. 2021, it's going to be beautiful. President Trump has created the most inclusive economy in American history, one that permits people to rise again. In the first 3.5 years of this administration, family income increased by over $6,000, more than 5 times the gains during all 8 years of the previous administration. Unemployment for Hispanic Americans and African Americans reached their lowest level in recorded history. Hispanic Americans saw a 65% increase in family net worth. Amazing. We lifted nearly 7 million Americans out of poverty, including more than 1.5 million Hispanic Americans. During President Trump's first 3 years in office, 72% of all new jobs were secured by Americans who had been out of the workforce.
Yes.
Through our pledge to America's workers, we called on the private sector to step up, do more, hire, and train 16 million Americans for the jobs of today and the careers of tomorrow. In a second term, we will provide vocational education to every high school student in America. To further expand access to trade school, work-based learning, and vocational education, earlier this year, we launched the Hispanic Prosperity Initiative. Today, we are grateful to be joined by one of the leaders of this bold effort. Some of you may know him. He's an amazing man, the president and CEO of Goya Foods. Babu Nawe, where are you? You deserve that and then some. Amazing work. Amazing work. Thank you. To give every American child a bright future, President Trump is expanding school choice. School choice benefits over
Un programa especial, mis amigos, que estamos haciendo hoy, pero de todas maneras estaremos comentando hoy lo que está pasando con Carlos Alberto Montanero. I'm sorry.
Earlier today, right after I arrived in Miami, I visited an amazing example of a great charter school, the Slam Charter School, right here in Miami, just over there. Woo! It was founded by another person you may have heard of, Pitbull. School choice is giving students like Lady Candelara a hope for a better future. When Lady was in elementary school, her family immigrated from the Dominican Republic. At first, Lady had a difficult time adjusting to school until she received a step-up scholarship and was able to attend a small school in Little Havana. Now, Lady is a full-time college student and a full-time teacher at the school that helped her succeed.
Yes.
Lady, please stand up. You're an inspiration, Lady. As Lady puts it, choice brings liberty, choice brings opportunity, and choice brings life. Lady, we cannot wait to see what you will achieve, and we know it will be extraordinary. We, as a society, have a duty to ensure that every child has the best chance to pursue their dreams, find their purpose, and change the world. Joe Biden opposes school choice, and he's pledged that if elected, charter schools will be, and I quote, gone.
No. Oh. Woo.
Well, President Trump, on the other hand, President Trump will pass legislation to give school choice to every parent in America. While Democrats are focused on making Americans dependent on Washington, we are focused on liberating each individual and freeing them to thrive.
Yes, yes.
To revitalize neglected communities, we created nearly 9,000 opportunity zones, including 400 right here in Florida. Remember, it was President Trump that rectified the disparities of the 1994 Biden crime bill that disproportionately hurt African Americans, decimating communities. Against all odds, he signed into law the most significant criminal justice reform in our generation. Many of the issues my father's championed are not historically Republican priorities. Yet where Washington chooses sides, our president chooses common sense.
Yes, common sense. All the time I say the same.
Politicians choose party, our president chooses people. Since the day he took the oath of office, I've watched my father take on the failed policies of the past and do what no leader had done before. Joe Biden has been one of the biggest champions of Big Pharma, allowing them to rip off millions of American patients. But my father is beholden to no one except you, the American people. President Trump took action to dramatically cut the cost of prescription drugs. Despite fielding very angry calls, and I was there, very angry calls from CEOs of virtually every major pharmaceutical company. Now, when he sees an attack ad paid for by Big Pharma, he'll look at me, he'll smile, and he'll say, you know we're doing something right when they're hitting us this hard. Don't believe their lies. President Trump will always protect Social Security, Medicare, and patients with pre-existing conditions. Our president has also achieved the unthinkable: energy independence. The United States is now a net exporter of oil and natural gas, and we are no longer dependent on foreign nations for our energy needs. Extraordinary. It's about jobs, it's about national security. While growing American jobs, he's also preserving America's beautiful lands. In August, our president signed into law the most sweeping conservation legislation since Theodore Roosevelt created our national park system, called the Great American Outdoors Act. Probably haven't heard too much about that. Not in television, in your newspapers, no. And it was huge. They've been trying to get it done for 40 years. My father is not afraid of questioning old conventions and finding bold solutions to care for hardworking Americans. At the onset of this pandemic, our president saw that American crops were going to waste, while lines at food banks, including right here in Florida, stretched around the block. He called me and directed me to find a way to get this nutritious food, fresh fruits, vegetables, meat, and dairy, from family farms to Americans most in need. Within a matter of days, we launched the wildly successful Farmers to Family Food Box program, and since, we have delivered over 100 million meals into the hands of American families. To protect the most vulnerable among us, I've had the honor to work alongside the president as he signed into law 9 pieces of legislation to combat the evil of human trafficking in the United States.
Yes.
You know, this is an issue politicians weren't even talking about before the president took office. I promise you this, we will not rest until every American is safe and we stamp out this darkness once and for all. To change the paradigm in the Middle East, President Trump took a fresh approach. I was in the office and heard foreign leaders beg him not to move the American embassy to Jerusalem. Yet he delivered on a promise also made but unfulfilled by so many past presidents because my father knew it was the right thing to do. Defying all expectations, and boy were they condescending. Just last week, he brokered peace in the Middle East, another peace agreement, this time between Sudan and Israel, the third such agreement between Israel and an Arab nation in less than 3 months. Peace. He is the peace president. President Trump is advancing peace through strength. He is ending our endless foreign wars, and he is bringing home our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines.
Yes.
The legendary Winston Churchill once said, "It was a nation that had the lion heart. I just had the luck to give it the roar." This quote, it reminds me so much of our president and this, all of us, the roar. Here in America at this critical hour, we the people choose President Donald J. Trump.
Yes. Bueno, mis amigos, vamos a continuar después con esta transmisión, así que
My father is so unapologetic.
nos vemos ahora en el programa, que ya voy para el programa, ¿veis? Un abrazo, se les quiere a todos.